Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about one of the biggest updates 99 Nights in the Forest has gotten so far. This isn't just a small patch with balance tweaks. The devs basically dropped a whole new layer under the map, a little cave system, and then stuffed it with a new bat entity and new cultist variants that honestly feel unfair in the best way possible. If you've been cruising through your runs lately, this update will definitely humble you. Let's go through everything in detail. How to find the cave, how the underground works, what makes the new creatures so dangerous, and the best way to tackle the whole thing without getting deleted on night 3. So let's start with the basics. When you load into a new run, you'll see a cave marker on your map. It usually spawns somewhere east of your campfire. It's not hidden or anything, but the entrance itself looks simple. Just a big crack in the wall with light pouring out. Nothing crazy. But the second you step inside, the tone changes immediately. The first thing you'll notice is the lighting. It's almost pitch black, and your flashlight becomes your best friend. The cave paths twist into each other, turn sharply, and loop around in ways that make it really easy to get disoriented. You'll see stalagmites, thin tunnels, and occasionally bigger chambers that look like they were built for something to live in. This whole space was designed to make you feel trapped. As you explore, you'll eventually find 2 special rooms. These are the statue rooms. Each one has a large carved statue with a glowing symbol, and interacting with it gives you a blessing. Blessings are basically permanent buffs for your entire run. That's the real reward for going underground. You're not down there for loot or weapons. You're basically risking your life for long-term advantages that add up over time. And every statue room gives you a choice. You can't take everything. You pick one blessing, and the other option disappears. That makes every choice feel important. If you pick wrong, you'll be stuck with that decision for the rest of the run. Things like longer daytime, slower hunger drain, fewer storms, and less lightning. They don't look flashy, but once you get to the deeper nights, these buffs matter a lot. Now, deeper into the cave, you'll eventually hit the part everyone's talking about, the bat. Let me tell you right now, the bat is not a normal enemy. It's not meant to be fought. It's meant to be avoided. If you try to treat it like the enemies on the surface, you're not surviving long. The bat is huge, fast, and it reacts to sound. Not sight, not smell, sound. So every step you take, every item you drop, every reload, every moment you panic sprint, you're basically ringing a dinner bell. You'll hear its screeches echo through the cave, and the second it locks onto you, everything in your brain starts saying, "Don't move." It's like a horror game moment inside a survival game. The bat has one main attack, a sonic scream. It spreads its wings, leans back, and then releases a massive sound wave that slams the area in front of it. If you're not behind cover, you're taking serious damage. The scream stuns you, and if cultists are nearby, that can turn into an instant death combo. The good thing is there's counterplay. If you shine your flashlight directly at the bat's face, you can stun it for a second or two. It's not a lot, but sometimes that tiny moment is enough to slip past it or duck behind something before the scream hits. But even with that trick, the bat is more of a keep your distance enemy. You're not meant to hang out in the same room with it. If you hear it approaching, just leave. And speaking of danger, the new cultist variants might actually give you more trouble than the bat in certain situations. These new versions have different behaviors and attack patterns compared to the surface cultists. One of them is faster and heavily focused on melee. It closes the distance really quickly, and the tight tunnels make it almost impossible to kite. If you let it corner you, that's pretty much it. Then there's the brute variant, This one hits like a truck and soaks up a ton of damage. You need solid weapons and a good aim to deal with it before it reaches you. And the worst part? These underground cultists can respawn after some time. So just because you cleared a hallway doesn't mean it stays clear. This creates a really tense dynamic where you're constantly pulled between two risks. If you make too much noise fighting cultists, the bat hears you. If you hide quietly from the bat for too long, cultists start respawning behind you. It's a balancing act the entire time you're underground. So let's talk strategy. How do you explore the cave without dying every 5 minutes? First, you want to move slowly. No unnecessary noise. Don't run unless you absolutely have to. Keep your flashlight on, but don't wave it all over the place. The calmer you move, the easier it is to avoid the bat. Second, always know where your nearest cover is. Whenever you enter a new room, scan for rocks, pillars, or walls you can hide behind. The bat's scream can only hit you if it has a clear line of sight. Cover saves lives in this update. Third, take fights on your own terms. If you see cultists, try to lure them into wider areas where you have space to dodge. Fighting them in a narrow tunnel is almost always a bad idea. Fourth, plan your runs. Don't go into the cave when it's late in the night, when you're starving, or when you're low on healing items. Treat every cave expedition like a mini raid. Bring what you need and be ready to leave if things go badly. If you're playing with a team, communication makes the caves way easier. One person can watch the back, one can handle the flashlight stun, and another can clear cultists. Just don't split up too far, because if the bat grabs someone, you won't reach them in time. And finally, think about your blessings long term. The cave is hard, but the buffs you get from it can make the rest of your run so much smoother. Choosing the right blessing early can make nights 20, 30, and 40 way more manageable. After you clear the main cave, you can start using TNT on the smaller cave entrances around the forest. These mini caves also have enemies, tight corridors, and sometimes even their own mini challenges. They're not as big as the main cave, but they still keep the tension high. Overall, this update shifts the entire vibe of the game. Before, most of the danger came from the surface. Now, there's a whole hidden world under your feet. And every time you decide to go down there, you're gambling with your life. The bat is terrifying. The cultists are tougher, and the reward is long-term power. It's stressful, but it's fun in the best way. So that's the breakdown of the new bat entity, the cave system, and the new cultist variants. Let me know what you think about the update. Did you survive your first cave run? Did the bat catch you off guard? And which blessing did you end up picking? If you want more guides, breakdowns, or challenge runs, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I've got a few ideas cooking already. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the forest. Stay safe, and don't make too much noise.